Hello, ReeRee the Yogi. That's 1R, 2 E's, 2 times. And this is going to be a short video on some standing yoga poses and twists. So find yourself in a standing position, relax your jaw, release the tongue from the roof of your mouth, make sure your shoulders are relaxed and down away from your ears. And we want to focus on our breath. Deep inhale through your nose, deep exhale through your mouth. And again, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. The first pose we're going to look at today is mountain pose. So you want to make sure that your feet are firmly grounded in your mat. Your hands fall to either side of your hips. Again, your spine is straight and elongated, shoulders down away from your ears. Lifting your arms up above your head brings you into the upward salute pose. Again, you want to be mindful of your breath. Deep inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. These two poses are great for your posture as well as your shoulders, your arms, and your core. From this position, we're going to sink into a chair pose, just like you're sitting back into a chair. You want to make sure that your knees do not go past your toes. Your back is straight, your arms are straight. I'll turn to the side so that you can see it from that view. Again, lifting your arms up, you just want to sink into the pose as if you're sitting in a chair, making sure that your knees are not going past your toes and your back is straight. To add a little oomph to this pose, we're going to bring our hands into prayer position in front of our hearts, and we're going to twist our arms, taking your right arm outside of your left knee, having that gaze look up toward the sky. On inhale, we'll bring ourselves back to center. On exhale, we'll twist and do the same thing on the other side, taking that left arm to the outside of the right knee. And if you can't get that all the way out, that's fine. Just go as far as your body will allow you to today. This twist is great for digestion, as well as your core and your thighs. Next, we're going to take a look at lunging. So we're going to take our right leg and put it out in front of us, left leg straight behind. Your heel is slightly raised off of the mat. You're going to bend that front knee, sink into the pose, and lift your arms straight out in front of you or high above your head, whatever is most comfortable for you today. Now, a variation of this pose, you can do the same thing from the knee position and still get that same good groin stretch. Again, stretching your hands out in front of you or high above your head. Coming back to a standing position, we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So take that left foot, kick it out in front of you, back foot, your right foot straight back behind you with your heel slightly elevated off the mat. Bend the left knee, sink into the pose, lifting your arms straight out in front of you or high above your head. And these high lunges are great balance work. And then again, we have our variation from the knee. And again, if you sink into it, you can still get the same groin stretch that you would if you were in the high lunge. So this pose is great for your hips as well as your shoulders and opening your chest. So now let's take a look at Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 poses. For Warrior 1, let's put our right leg in front, left leg back. This time your foot is going to be flat on the ground at about a 45-degree angle. Bend that front leg, sink into the pose, making sure that your back is straight, making sure that your stomach is in, your core is tight and engaged, with your hands high above your head. Not forgetting to breathe in and out through your nose and your mouth. We're going to do a slight twist to the front, bringing your arms into T position for Warrior 2 pose. And that front arm is going to be slightly elongated over the front leg. To bring in a twist, we're going to take that front arm, put it down to the mat on the outside of that front foot, bringing the opposite arm high into the air with our gaze looking upward. Inhale up, back to Warrior 2. Going into a reversed warrior, we're going to take that back arm and gently slide it down the back leg while raising your right arm high into the air and making sure your gaze is following that hand. Back into Warrior Two. We're going to bring ourselves back to standing center position and do the same thing on the other side. So this time we're kicking our front leg to the front, our left leg to the front, our right leg straight up behind us, foot flat at a 45-degree angle. We're going to put a slight bend in that front knee, lifting our arms straight up ahead, and this is Warrior One. With a gentle twist toward the front, we're going to bring ourselves into Warrior Two, slightly bringing that front arm a little heavy toward the front over the front leg. Now for the twist, we're going to bring that front arm down to the mat on the side of the front foot and extend that high arm up into the air with the gaze following your hand. We're going to inhale back up to Warrior Two. We're going to go into Reverse Warrior, taking that rear arm, sliding it gently down that back leg, bringing that top arm up and over, and letting our gaze go up into that. We're going to inhale back up into Warrior Two. Bring yourself back into a standing position. Now we're going to work on a little bit of balance, and everyone has their strong suits. Balance is not mine, so this is going to be fun. So bring your hands into prayer position in front of you. You're going to take your left foot and just gently let that heel rest on the ankle, getting a little stretch in the foot. Then you're going to take that foot and place it on the inside of your leg, just above the ankle in balance. If you want to take it a little higher, just below the knee on the calf, that's fine too. If you want to super challenge yourself today, you can bring that leg up above the knee. Didn't work for me today, but that's just fine. Find the position that works best for you. And if you fall out of balance, that's fine too. Just recenter yourself and go back to where you were. So now we're going to try the same thing on the other side. We're going to take that right foot left and rest the heel gently on the ankle, getting that foot stretch, bringing that foot into the leg, either above the ankle or just below the knee. Or if you want to try the high balance, you can bring your leg up above the knee. In tree pose, it's just very important to remember never to rest your foot directly on the knee joint. You want to definitely be above or below. So find the position that works best for you and work with that. So now we're going to do a couple of forward folds. The first one is going to be the basic forward fold. Feet about hip distance apart, and we're going to be bending from the hips, not the back. So raise your arms into the air and gently fold your body forward, bringing your forehead toward your knees. If you need to bend your knees slightly, that is just fine. Do whatever works best for your body, but the goal is to get your knee as close to your forehead, or get your forehead as close to your knee as possible. I'm going to do it from the side here so that you can see it from this view. Again, we're slowly bending at the hips. You can place your hands behind your legs on your calves for an extra deep stretch. You can place them on the mat on either side of your feet, or again on the mat at the front of your feet, whatever works best for you. And if you can't reach the mat with your hands just yet, that's not a problem. Just do what your body allows you to do today. And now we're going to do the same thing in a wide leg stance. So your hips are further apart, and we're going to bend forward into the forward fold. Again, allowing your hands to touch the floor in front of you if you can do so. For an extra twist, we're going to gently walk our hands to one side. Remember to taking a deep breath in and out. On the exhale, walk yourself back to center. Inhale, and then on the next exhale, you can walk yourself to the other side. And on your final exhale, you want to walk yourself back to center. And I'll do this pose from the side as well, so you can see it from that view. Again, folding from the hips, not the lower back. You're simply folding forward. And you can put your hands to the back of your calves. Again, like we did in the basic forward fold, to the inside of your feet since your feet are wider, or straight out in front of you, whatever is most comfortable for you. So our last pose is going to be a garland pose, and if you have knee issues, I would suggest that you bypass this one. But we're bringing our hands into a prayer position, and from standing, we are slowly lowering ourselves to where our knees are pointing up, our bottom is pointed down, and you are now officially in garland pose. This pose is great for your back. It's a great hip opener. It also stretches your groin, and it builds strength in your ankles. So I'm going to take a seat here in easy pose. Bring my hands to prayer position. Thank you for joining today. Namaste. And until next time.